Christy Hartman here. I am delighted that you're joining me on my YouTube channel, and I have a new set of stencils that I want to show you through pmartiststudio. These are my second set of stencils, and these are the Holiday Strips Volume 2, Winter Woods and Flora. This is the set of 10. It's the big set. You can get each set individually as well. This is what the stencils look like. This pine tree comes with a frame around it. This is a project that was inspired by Patricia from pmartiststudio. And the P is, of course, for Patricia. The M is for Mariah. They are the company that I have my stencils made through. This is a layered project where you layer your paint over the top of your stencils. And as you layer the paint over the top of your stencils, your paint adheres and releases from your stencil much like it would on the gel plate, as well as then printing in between the negative space of your stencil. And these are examples of some of the ones that I completed as I was preparing for this video. This is a better example, this one right here. And you can see all of the paint colors. My variation on this project, however, was normally, and this is the example. So here was one of my last prints, and then you let this dry. As you remove your stencils, it leaves the outline of the positive and the negative space on the stencil. I thought, why couldn't I lay down a layer of white, which you're going to see in the video, place my stencils over the top of it, remove all of the white in the negative space, and do the same exact technique that Patricia shows on her lives. And I tried it, and it actually worked. It's a little tricky. One thing, because normally your stencils adhere to the gel plate. There's a layer of white underneath your stencils. They don't adhere to the gel plate. So you kind of have to be careful when you're pulling your paint because the stencils want to remove with the paint. But the final pull I was thrilled with. I had a few problems because I used a fluid acrylic to pull this with, and normally I don't do that. Normally I use a golden open to pull my prints with. And I had some of my paint which stayed on the plate, and then I pulled it. I show you a trick to pull it with a little bit of matte medium. I've also gone over the top of this to enhance some of this with some colored pencil. These prints that you pull up, you can get as many of these as you want. At one sitting, at one point in time, I think I pulled 14 of these. So imagine the possibility for these. So let's get started. We're going to start this print by putting a layer of titanium white down on our plate. So I've got my titanium white down on my plate, and I'm going to remove as much of it as I possibly can onto these pieces of deli paper. And this will take 2 or 3 times of doing this. Now we're going to start adding layers of paint colors to this. It's a little tricky because you got to hold on to the masks because they want to come up, but that is a awesome print. I love that. Now, let's pull these off of here. And hopefully we have something interesting underneath. And this will have to dry. Well, I had a little bit of paint pull off right here. I'm going to show you a trick if this happens, which it happened on this one. I'm going to see if I can fix this. I'm going to take a little bit of matte medium, put it down over the top of where your paint is that you're trying to transfer. Brayer it out. Pick up your plate. Align the area with your print. And we'll see if it works.